Welcome back to Han Took Shots First. Today we're talking about Andor Season 2, Episode 6. What a festive evening. I'm Derrick.
I'm disappointed.
I'm the classy alcoholic, and I'm also disappointed in Jack.
Who's not? Chut.
McClunky.
Oops, wrong one. Damn it, I hit the wrong button.
I was wondering, I was like, whoa, what are we counting down to, man? I'm not sure.
Future me, fix that. All right. We're back. Hey, bot.
Bam.
So, there's been a problem here, guys.
Oh, yeah?
There's a bit of a rebel insurgency at my house.
Uh-oh.
And I think we're being invaded.
Hi.
Oh, hello.
Hi. Hello there.
Hello there.
I'm not an actor, so that's the best I can do.
That was good. Hi, Whitney.
Who's this lovely lady? I don't know who
Hi.
this is.
Shut, motherfuckers.
Yes. So today we're joined by my wife, Whitney,
That's
who's
me.
on Bad Movies, Worst People with us, and our friend, the classy alcoholic, who has his own podcast about boxing.
The Mixed Company Podcast, baby.
Yeah.
Apple, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Amazon Music.
So now that that's all out of the way, Whitney wanted to join us because the episode finished, and she's like, "All right, I'll talk about this one with you guys."
I will.
This is kind
It's
of
nice to have a feminine view on here.
This is kind of a weird one for summarizing, so I'm just gonna go through it.
Let's
Yeah.
get into it, dude, because this is meaty.
So we started the steer guard that we keep hearing about, and it's Cassian and Luthen meeting up, and immediately Cassian's like, "Dude, don't fuck with those guys.
Yeah.
They're gonna get someone killed."
Yeah.
I got some beef here. We did not see Cassian do the thing from the trailer where he's dressed all sexy with the hair slicked back, where he looks at somebody and he winks. Did you?
He did. He did that in episode 2.
Yeah, he did that
Did
in
he?
the second episode. I don't think he winks.
Or
I think he
this
just
episode.
gives
Yeah, he did that in this episode when he's varying.
No, that's last episode.
Okay, last episode when he's varying.
Okay. Well,
Larry.
maybe I was reaching. I was taking a note of reaching for a drink. I don't know. Sorry, my bad.
You missed the best
Sometimes I
part of the
drink.
entire show.
Well, it's not like I'm not going to rewatch this fucking season
that's-
a million times.
It's big facts. We know how you are.
Like basically, Luthen already knows everything that happened while Cassian was there.
Information is his trade, dude.
I honestly think he just sent him out there to check on Biz himself.
Oh, to get Cassian out
Possibly.
so you
Yeah.
can talk to Bix and see how her
Bix,
drugs
yeah,
are going.
Bix.
Maybe. I also think that he really does want him to step up. The line we get was, you're thinking like a thief. He's like, I'm thinking like a soldier. He's like, think like a leader. That's
Yeah.
he thinks that Andor can. He knows that Andor can be more, and I think that's why he sent him to see, like, because this is Andor's survival instinct. Turns out, guess what? He's fucking right. But his survival instinct is, let's just stay away because they're bad news. And Luthen's like, yeah, but bad news can be. What does he say? If they burn, then it's gonna burn real fucking bright.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well. But it's Luthen. He probably had multiple reasons of doing this. It was
That's
just
what I
like
was about to say.
Yeah.
three
Well,
stones,
here's-
one, or what? 3 birds, 1 stone?
Yeah, well, and here's the thing: he tells, or Cassian tells Luthen, I want no part of this. We shouldn't do this. Luthen still has the plan done with other people that he's got in his employ or whatever. So
Yeah.
he's gonna do what he wants to do. Is it gonna be you or is it gonna be you?
Yeah.
Right.
Yep. That's why that makes sense. Exactly why I think it was a test for Andor. Like, I had other people looking at it from the inside out. I just want to see how you felt, how you were going to come out of it.
And most of this episode, aside from when we pick up there, which we'll hold off on, takes place on Coruscant, but it's with a bunch of different. It's all of our groups on Coruscant at this point. If we have Cassian heading home first, Bix doesn't. He's like knocking on the door, and she doesn't answer. But when he walks in, she comes out and acts surprised. I'm like, okay, so she's in the back doing drugs.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Or doing like Pilates or yoga, because sorry everybody, but goddamn that fucking workout outfit she's wearing with the leggings and the sports bra.
Keeping it
Holy
toit.
shit. Toit. Hey, Luthen did say we need you healthy and toit.
Yeah. Yeah, dude. She turned to the side and I was like, whoa, where you been hiding that thing?
It's like, look, I know people think it's healthy to eat less calories, but for you specifically, you eat a lot of healthy calories so you can stay thick with 2 C's.
We want you with that big butt calories.
Yeah. This isn't the 90s and early 2000s where ladies were afraid of having big butts.
The prophet Sir Mix-a-Lot has already been here.
I karaoke that song every week.
Oh man, Darth Mix-a-Lot. But when he talks about the dark side, he's talking about something else. You know what I'm talking about?
Speaking of being sexy, though, they are on the verge of role play with him as his fake person.
Yeah, they are.
And they make out. Thank fucking God. They make out.
Yeah.
They're not just touching hands. So, like I said, the show got 5% more horny since the last episode, which,
Well, it gets a little bit more horny later on, too.
I'm
Yeah, it
so
does.
excited to talk about that.
I mean, it's lovey horny. This is more just horny, but still.
Horny is horny.
Yeah.
Meanwhile,
Horny is horny.
We're all God's children in the dark.
so let's do this real quick. Right after that, Cassian, because he learns from Bix that Luthen came to talk while he was gone. And so Cassian goes to visit Luthen, and he's like, dude, what fucking game are you playing? Like, you sent me to go talk to her, or you wanted her to tell me, or you didn't want her to tell me? Like, he's turning into Saw Gerrera.
Yeah, he is.
Cassian.
And Luthen handles it so well. He's like, hey, awesome for you to come here and drop off this medallion, which is what you're going to say when you leave, which is going to be right fucking now, because this is breaking every protocol.
Every protocol.
And he's so quick with it. He has the cover story ready. Like,
Yep. Yeah,
Well,
he
and
says
this
he's slipping, but he's still sharp as a fucking tack.
Well, this is twice in this episode we see this dynamic. It's basically like Luthen would rather have these couples apart. Any of the couples.
Yeah, because distractions.
It's motivation for the other one and keeps away
Is it,
distractions.
what's her name? Cinta's
Cinta?
partner.
Cousin.
Vel.
Vel says it. She's like, is it Cinta that says it?
Cinta
To
says it.
Vel. Yeah, like we're worth more to him separate.
Yeah, exactly.
We're going to talk about Sintinvel. Now we're going to hold it. I've been waiting. Whatever you want. It's your show, but I got it on my notes.
We can hold it.
All right, let's
Okay,
go
hold
through
it, yeah.
like all this Coruscant
tuned.
setup first.
Yeah, let's do the Coruscant shit.
We have Mon Mothma and Will Forte driving around, and they're just talking about all these parties they have to go to because it's Imperial vestibule season or something.
yeah.
Sure.
So many dinners. So many dinners. Shut the fuck up, Will Forte parent guy.
You know, we've all
By the
had
way-
that. We've all had those years, like in our mid 20s, when everybody was getting married, and it was like fucking wedding season, a couple months out of the year. It's like, Jesus Christ, man! I can't wear that top with that bottom. I wore that over at Frank's wedding.
Yep. I can't have the same outfit every time.
And this is 40 weddings in the same night.
40 weddings and one funeral.
Not me, bro. I couldn't RSVP no harder and faster than I did in my 20s.
I do think it's a fun time to see them kind of getting along.
I thought the same thing.
They're
I
at
was
least not fighting, and maybe that's her being better at this two-faced thing.
Yeah, well, because when he's going off about like you said, like, oh, it's just so hard to be so fake for so many parties, and
Yeah.
she's just kind of like, yeah, I'm sure you'll figure it out, and like stares out the window, like I couldn't care.
But
Yeah.
she even says to him, like, well, you've never had trouble before. Like, this is where you shine. What's wrong, party boy? Party boy,
It could also
partied
be.
out.
It
Yeah,
could also be
why
apathy.
is-
She's just like, go ahead.
Oh, I was saying, why is he having issues?
Because it's a
Wants something to
lot.
complain about.
He
Okay.
says that it's like, he even says to Mon, he's like, how long was it before you had one of these dinners? All these new senators are throwing them all the time. And it's just kind of the equivalent to me is like new money. Like, oh, you're
Yeah.
new politic.
Yeah. Okay.
Classy, what were you saying?
Well, that it could also be Mon Mothma is apathetic as fuck. She's just like, yeah, man, we'll figure it out. It'll work or it won't. Whatever, it's fine. You're good at this. If you're not good at this, it's fine. I don't give a shit.
That actually may be more true. That might be much more true.
She doesn't care about the saving face anymore, basically, because
Right.
she's been to the party, she's done all that, nothing's changing there, and she was trying to hustle all those people the last or earlier episode. And
she knows that Tay got space spun right out of that car, and she's not going to ever be the same.
And Senta talks about it, I think.
Before we go any further, we didn't talk about. Before we go any further, we didn't talk about last episode's opening credits, and then this one's like they're doing something different with the credits. Last season's the opening theme was building on itself. This one has a song that they're blending into the episode and kind of, I don't know, setting a tone, but also going right into it with a segue.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I mean, the most obvious one was last episode, right? Because it's the radio tuning.
Yes, that was the one that really stood out. And the song went in and out as she was twerking those dials.
So, Jack, she is from Raising Hope, right?
Kleya?
Yeah. She's the girlfriend from Raising Hope.
No,
no way.
Shannon Woodward. Kleya hasn't actually. I looked her up. She hasn't actually done much at all. This might be one of her.
She'd be way too young for Raising Arizona.
Raising Hope.
Raising Hope. Wait, Raising Hope. No. I know who you're thinking of.
She looks just like her.
Yeah,
I can see that.
I could see it. This Kleya's hotter.
I could see that.
I'm in love with Kleya. Sorry.
No, that's okay.
Now you said it, we've gone goo goo gaga over Bix, rightfully so. But Kleya, Cinta, Mon Mothma, this is a babelicious show. Deidre Mero is still,
especially this episode where she's bossing around that redheaded dude.
Oh my god!
Can I volunteer real quick? Can I sub in? Lonnie looks a little bit tired.
Tap me in.
She also goes off on Luthen. She's like, "Are you fucking done? Now get your shit together because you're losing it."
It moved.
It's just not Cassian, handsome guy, Brasso, big beefy guy. But other than that, not a very hunky show. It's a delicious show, right?
Yes, it is.
So yeah, and not to say that Diego Luna's not a handsome motherfucker, but he's just more like like I said before, salt of the earth guy. Not a model looking dude. All these women look like fucking models. It's wild.
Yeah.
Even Dedra.
That's what I say. Yeah, Dedra. Yeah,
she's got it too.
Put her in some fucking leather daddy outfit with the hat and everything.
Got no problem with Dedra, babelicious Dedra.
I'm worried she has a bigger penis than I do. That's my biggest concern with her.
Okay, husband wants to get into it.
What, my penis versus hers?
Yeah.
Yes.
All right.
Get into this, dude. Check out onlyfans.com/worstpeople.
Let me get my sketch pad real quick here.
I have mine right here.
But there is one little quick side thing with Mon, and I think it's just another laying it on, that she's giving up on this shit because she's at the Senate, and this big blobby man creature is up there giving this straight up
Pledge of Allegiance.
But he gets deeper and deeper
taker.
into she's with it at the beginning, and then it gets into with a universe of planets that are all under one and hail the Empire and all this shit.
Sorry, I just looked at class. He had a dick drawn on his.
Oh.
Save it for the YouTube. So if you're listening to this on podcast, go to YouTube.
Well, I'm not going to describe the penis. I'm not going to describe the penis. If they want to see what it looks like, was it circumcised? Was it not circumcised? You have to tune in to find out.
I'm gonna have to pixelate that now.
This was all them. This was them taking their oath for the Senate, though, right? That's what this was.
No, I don't
but
think
she was
so.
also. I think it was because there was the few that were out that were the new people.
Yeah,
and he was called the Oath Giver in the subtitles. The guy speaking.
Oh, okay.
But she was even going along with it up to a point.
Yeah,
and then he starts talking about all these planets united under one banner, hail the Empire, and it was just very she just storms out. She's like, I can't anymore. I'm out.
Yeah.
When they cut to that Oathkeeper, I thought it was Darth Vader, somebody doing a Darth Vader voice, because it sounded very deep like that.
Mm-hmm.
A little bit,
and I was like, oh shit. But I didn't think it was going to be James Earl Jones, obviously. But I thought, somebody's doing a... Oh, no.
We've talked about this in other episodes. James Earl Jones sold his voice rights to Disney. So his
True, you're right.
family makes money anytime they use his voice, which they can use all that. Was it re-speech, the AI
Yeah.
thing?
Yeah.
They
I
have
forgot
the
about
right
that.
to do
So
that
he'll be
now.
J. Imes Earl Jones.
I do remember that. You know what? Fuck you for reminding me, Jack.
You're welcome. One more
Trash.
person disappointed in my life. I
then-
collect them.
We'll just talk about the beginning of the party, and then we'll talk about what's going on over on
Sure.
Gorman. But they arrive at Skolden's party. It's Mon Mothma and Perrin, and they're like, "Oh, great! Here's more bullshit." And then we get Bail Organa, who this must be what Classy's article was about.
Just legacy character recasted, Benjamin fucking Bratt. I literally just went, like in my apartment by myself to nobody when I saw it.
I was confused because I didn't have the subtitles on. I was like, Bail Organa? That's Bill. That's Bail Organa. That's Jimmy
I
Smith.
rewound it. Yeah, I rewound it because I was like, is it like, Brandon Organa or whatever, like his brother?
Right.
But no,
Right.
that's Bail Organa. I
So-
watched it
Senator
twice.
Organa.
Once I realized it was him, I thought Derrick's probably really happy right now that they didn't fucking run an AI de-age Jimmy Smith's face.
Yeah.
But why would he have to be de-aged? This
No,
is
it's just it was literally I looked it up. It's just it was a scheduling thing because he's in 3 seconds of the fucking show. He was
Right.
shooting another show, and it was like we didn't have time to get him in. We were under a deadline. Because I mean, he's like, no, I'm not gonna fly to England to be on your thing for 3 seconds.
yeah.
On your little Star Wars show.
Also, this was like what 18 years after Leia was born.
But he's still around. He's been around in the other season, wasn't he?
14, 15 years before.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, but he was.
So he
Jimmy
would've-
Smith
He's about 14,
has been
15 years
in
old.
this in Andor, not this season, but he was in last season.
Oh,
wasn't
he was in last season.
No, he was not. He was in Rogue One.
Wrote.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay.
He
All right.
he does a thing where
He's in
before-
Obi-Wan.
Yeah,
Maybe
okay.
that's what you're thinking of, Derrick. And Whitney.
Okay. That's the second time I got Obi-Wan confused with the first
But I-
season of this. And that
I
doesn't
cut
make any
Classy
sense.
off.
Yeah, I love Jimmy Smits, but I'm not mad at a Benjamin Bratt. So I was.
I was
can
like,
agree.
ooh, Jack knows him from Miss Congeniality.
I think he's sexy. I want to kiss him.
You
I
want
want
to
to
marry
love him.
I was about to say way to call Jack out, but he embraced it.
Yeah, he
This guy,
does.
dude, that's a fucking movie with Mike Cocaine.
My cocaine.
There's no shame in liking Miss Congeniality. Come on.
Thank you.
I think it's one of Sandra Bullock's better movies, honestly.
I
Aside
think
from
it's Babe.
Speed.
Oh wait, Babe is the movie with the other talking pig.
Oh.
Ooh.
That'll do, pig.
I'll show myself out.
Oh, there is one other thing going on there that we have. The ISB is setting up a Dr. Gorst program.
It's like a
Or
franchise.
the Empire is making them set it up because
We're
he
here to
can't
make
just
the
be in
McDonald's of
ISB.
torture.
Yeah.
You could get it's like a Futurama with suicide booth on every corner, right?
Yeah.
Dude,
you
this-
save money by getting a combo. I'm telling you.
This kid has the biggest boner for what is it? The fucking Krennic? No, it's not Krennic. Who's he talking to? The-
Gorst?
No. So
Oh, Partagaz and
Yes.
and Hirt or whatever
Hurt,
his name is.
Hurt, Heert.
Yeah.
Hurt.
Yeah.
He's just like too eager to please him. He's just like, I will be my honor.
Oh yeah, 'cause he's like, yeah, you guys be in charge of this program. That is such an honor.
He's like,
Fucker.
calm down, dude. It's a fucking order. What he says something that I wanted to remember. Adjust your enthusiasm.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just
Because I'm gonna start saying that to Derrick when he's being too low on enthusiasm.
Or when I'm like, you guys, did you see the new Cynthia Rothrock movie was released?
Adjust your
Adjust-
enthusiasm.
Adjust your enthusiasm.
no, disagree. Fuck both of y'all. No, Derek's right. Hell yeah.
Yeah, I didn't say which direction to adjust it in Playboy.
Exactly.
For the audio people, he held up China O'Brien 1 and 2 on 4K, which I also own.
You
Shout out to
should
Vinny
know
Syndrome.
it that fast. You are not supposed to know it that fast, dude.
Of course I.
There's a
Of course
reason
I-
they're friends, Jack.
I thought it was the alcoholic part. Actually, question for
High five for low
I
five
thought
for
of
you.
it. I thought of Classy when the party begins because there are just like it is a smorgasbord of alien cocktails, and I was like, I already, as someone that doesn't go by any sort of alcoholic, was really excited to run my way through that bar. I thought of Classy alcoholic over there, just going through each little snooze snidle and all those different drinks they have.
The Cali coolers.
The Cali coolers are the best.
One of them looked like it had like a shrimpy tail, like it was like shrimp juice. It was wild. And I'd be like, you know what? I try it. Fuck it. I try it.
I like what Kleya was drinking. I was like, that looks like some gin and soda with like a blue kiwi on it.
Oh yeah, it was like all right. You know what? It's one of those toys you would get from like Peter Piper. It was a wheel of suction cups, and you throw it at the window, and it would just. Pop, 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 pop.
That's your garnish.
Yeah,
that's your garnish, dude.
If you finish your drink, it's a race.
I've had so many cocktails at a Peter Piper pizza. Absolutely, I agree with you. in secret.
It's a race. You slam the drink, and then it's like you and I slam a drink, shoot the wheelie thing in the wall, and see who wins.
The alien version of pickle races from Billy Madison.
Exactly.
So meanwhile, on Gorman, we have Vel and Cinta there to help set up this heist because Luthen still wants to basically use these people.
It's an asset. Everything's a fucking asset.
Yeah.
Vel and Cinta.
And this is where Cinta talks about what happened to Tay, I think. Because she's like, I had an accident, and it took me a while to recover.
What happened to Tay? Remind me.
Because she took him away in the first episode, or the first arc.
Okay. And she spun the space Uber around with
you weren't here for
sunroof.
That. One of our people commented and said, did she open the top of the space Uber and then just like spin and take him out?
And we think she did.
And also, she didn't put on her fucking seatbelt, so she fell out too.
Or she just lost control. Those cars aren't meant to go upside down.
True.
She got dizzy. It's a fucking rookie mistake, man. You got dizzy.
The Spoober, Space Uber, is what that is, Whitney.
Spliffed.
And they do have a pretty deep talk, and it's like, I mean, this has got to be the first
and then what happens?
Same-sex kiss in Star Wars, right?
Tell them it's a fucking make-out.
Yes.
Cinta and Vel make-out.
I was a little upset at first because they went in like they were going to kiss, and they went forehead.
Forehead thing. And I was like, come on.
I was at my TV. I'm like,
cowards!
You fucking... And then blah, blah, blah. I was like, yes!
And then the smushing of the noses.
No, Jack, when they were just like talking at each other and like, you know, having this conversation that they're kind of passionate about, I literally, in my head, I was like, fucking cowards won't let girls kiss in this fucking franchise. I just wrote it off. I was like, fuck this. And then they did it. Yeah, and it was amazing. Again, another thing that this fucking show has done that no other Star Wars show has done.
Yeah,
Derrick's been saying it since the beginning.
Exactly. No, you missed an episode where I said it needed to be like 10% hornier. I think it got to like 8. No, 8% hornier. But
I got 100.
My mind was blown. I could not believe it. I was thrilled, and not for pervert reasons, not just for pervert reasons.
So
okay, thank you for clarifying that.
I wanted to talk about the pervert reasons, though. I bet you that this doesn't get a bunch of flack online because it's two great-looking girls kissing.
Smoking hot babes.
If you would have had a couple of dudes or a couple of not as Whitney, correct me if I'm wrong in this term, lipstick lesbians.
Correct.
Like, I think if you would have had something that guys weren't attracted to, they'd be like, "Ugh, this show is for the fucking dumps." But we're gonna see the message boards tomorrow. Like, I don't know, I kind of thought it was cool. You know, like they had Disney's got the balls to show it, and you know, I showed my balls.
I'm gonna have to go on Reddit and like follow some of the people on there. Not actually follow them, but go to their profiles when they're like, "I think it was fine," and then go back and look at their posts in the Acolyte subreddit where they were like, "Lesbians are awful," you know, because the lesbians in that were an alien and a black woman, so they weren't okay with it.
That's fair. That's
hey,
fair.
now,
well, that's cross speciesing, so
that's fine. You're the emperor.
You can parse that shit out in so much because it is like a white woman and a brown woman, but also there will still be the fucking guys who are like, Star Wars is a family thing. Like I'm watching this with my children. Why would I watch two women kiss when they're children?
Because guess what? Half the population has gay parents.
Well, I mean, yeah, but also hold on. Why? They all say this like, this is like for families. You can't watch two people kiss when you have little kids around. Fuck you, man. Fuck
Do you not
you.
kiss in front of your kids?
Exactly.
Well, also they wouldn't care. They're watching Star Wars with their kids. Their kids have seen Luke and Leia kiss, and they've seen
Exactly,
Han
that's
and
what I'm
Leia
saying.
kiss, but they don't care about that because for some reason, if your
Incest is
children
better than
if your
gay?
children see two people of the same sex kissing, it destroys them. Big question mark.
And Whitney, that's a great
So-
point. A brother and sister, not only kiss, they made the fuck out in Empire. They were like,
This is an
they didn't
easier.
know.
This is an easier thing to explain than a slug man licking a white woman. And that is the story of Harvey Weinstein.
It has nothing to do with episode 6. It's just Harvey Weinstein.
It's AKA the Slugman.
But they're there for the heist and for making out. And basically they take over. They go in there and they're like, look, guys, you're all a bunch of fucking idiots. So let's get this going. And it's this little douchey dude who looked like a douchey dude from the beginning.
He should have a very stereotypical Italian accent. Hey, why you bossing me around like that? Hey, look at my suspenders. They keep my pants up, but look at not on my shoulders.
Do not take orders from a woman. This is crazy. How dare
The woman
you?
telling me what to do. No, I'm not telling
Oh,
you what to do, woman.
It's against my space Catholicism. The you two have a kiss. I heard your kiss.
I'm so sad. I mean, my name is Follow Orders. Like, I hate this guy.
You should.
Absolutely hate this guy.
And it looks like it's going to be Drina, who is the girl that ends up being their driver.
Yeah.
Because she's the one questioning everything. And Cinta is even like, I don't know if she should be driving, man. And when we get into the heist, she's the one who disappears,
Yep.
but it doesn't. What happens is not her fault.
Not at all. I mean, like, he
No.
was the first one to say something and to butt back.
They preached, them being our pros, preached like, don't get greedy, we leave when we leave. You should have left before this 6 minutes because you had a bunch of fucking weapons. You had so much shit in this truck. And then, of course, you get looky-loos. It wasn't even the Empire that fucked you. It was people going home.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, and Drina, sorry, I forgot the name, but disappeared because she did the right thing. She's like, hey, random old grampy lady.
Right?
Yeah.
Just turn around. It's okay. You're okay. Let me help you with your bags, take you home. You're not going to
Let
get fucking, like, in the middle of this.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
She knows her. She even said it. This is my town. This is my place. This is my home.
Yeah.
I know where to go.
Let me get you right out of the line of fire. Those are landmines you're standing on.
Exactly.
So do we want to do the heist first or do we want to do the party first?
Let's do the heist.
Yeah, we're
Yeah.
already in the
All right,
talking
all
about the heist. So
I
yeah.
just
Yeah,
want to see
let's
where we want to
finish
go
off
because these
that.
are our two conclusions that happen here. So
No, we
There's
already
a third.
alluded to what's happening. We'll finish off the heist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's
Okay.
finish the heist.
yeah, so they do set up these mines, which basically end up being like EMP mines, which are pretty cool.
Yeah, dude, it
Yeah.
took that road out.
And Senta does some fucking hardcore parkour and puts a
Fuck
little
yeah, she
fucking one on.
does.
She's fucking rad.
I
There's
love
so much
her.
cool camera action directing, like follows her jumping, like Jason Bourne shit, jumping off the balcony
Yes.
on top of
Yeah.
the shit.
We've talked about some other similar parkour maneuvers on like Obi-Wan that didn't work. Like people are doing unnecessary flips. This looks great. I don't
It
care.
looks fantastic.
Yeah. And during the whole heist, Karn is watching because they're trying to set them up, right? And he's reporting
thought he
back
was
to
gonna-
Dedra and Partagas.
I thought
was
he was
gonna
going
say
to
it.
get busted.
I think they were necessary moves because she had to flip around to tag the thing to jump off. So
Sure,
they were all very
sure.
necessary flips. Sorry,
Just
go
trying
ahead.
to look cool. Just
All 4 flips and that triple sow cow, whatever that
Yeah,
is.
she had to
were-
do a twisty, flippy, turn it back around, flip off again.
4 people couldn't be less qualified to talk about fucking aerial maneuvers.
yeah, right.
Or dives, you know.
Well, we have a whole month of that covered, so not on this show, but
What show is that, Derek? Do you have
oh,
another
that's
show?
on Bad Movies Worst People, which you can find at badmoviesworstpeople.com or
Where you can
anywhere
hear
get
me.
podcasts.
Or see
Oh, yeah.
me, however you watched, listen.
I'm going to subscribe and give you all 5 stars.
You
Thank
can
you.
also hear the Classy Alcoholic
I'm
talk
gonna do
about
the same for
Passenger
you.
57.
Hell yeah.
Anyway, yeah, the old lady comes up to the heist. That's what makes Dina disappear. Karn sees Cinta I don't know if he recognizes her from Ferrix though, or because he stops on her.
He can't really.
She looks like she looks like she's in charge. Maybe. I had a question about last episode because we did have at one point, I almost said Richard Karn, Cyril Karn, and Andor on the same planet, right? Obviously, Karn would have recognized Andor in his name. Do you think Andor would know Cyril's name?
I don't
No.
So,
Do you think he would have recognized him at all?
You know
He
what?
probably recognized him.
At this
yeah.
point, he might know Cyril's name because I'm sure Luthen does.
Okay.
Now, whether or not he passed that on.
Okay. Gotcha. Just something I thought of when they were like in proximity.
But during the heist, the middle finger guy, the guy that did this in the last episode, or the first one.
Wait, it's like Linzen?
Linzen, yeah.
Linzen,
Okay.
He would totally be down for this fucking shit. I don't know why he's not involved in any of this.
Too hot-headed, too old. These are all young people.
Except for the dad.
Except for the dad.
When she starts eviscerating him, her being Vel, she mentions it. She's like, "You fucking daydream about being a warrior." So he just wants to be like, "Hey, get out of here. This isn't for you.
Right.
This is soldier stuff, and I'm a soldier, bro."
Well, and let's not forget
she's talking about the middle finger guy though. He looks like he would be down to join, but he's not part of it.
I know. That's what I'm
scene.
saying. But the guy that stops him, the guy that has that should have the accent,
yeah,
the douche. He's the one that is playing soldier. So he's like, "No, you're just not invited to my party." Yes, he would be down.
He's not a douche. He's
Also,
an enema.
Real quick, does anybody else think this guy looks like he's AI?
What?
No,
Like AI, he looks like an AI generated image of like a short, tough guy.
Of Lindsay? Oh,
Yeah.
he's Smeagol. He's that guy. He's the AI version of that guy.
AI
That
version
guy.
of Andy Serkis.
Thank you.
he looks like an AI's interpretation of a hobbit living in a human world.
Yes.
I think what answers the question of why he's not involved is because again the Gorman front is fucking bad at this. They're just so bad at it. Like they don't think like, well, this guy that's a badass and like would be down for the cause. Let's recruit him. Let's instead be friends with Cyril Karn, who is a fucking they're just bad at it.
Instead of the guy that's been given middle forearm to everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, like douche dude has a blaster on him, even though Vel specifically said no one will have blasters but me and
No
Cinta
one.
because you're all a bunch of fucking
Follow
amateurs.
fucking orders.
For this reason.
Yeah. They get into a tussle. The blaster goes off. And we're back at the third episode of the first arc where it's like something gets shot off screen and you're like, oh, God damn it.
And
Here's another one.
Classy was right that it was going to be like this is them cleaning up people that aren't in Rogue One, but we were wrong about who it was.
Right.
Yeah.
Big Beats is getting rid of all our friends slowly, and it's sad.
But we knew they were all going to go. It just, damn, that hurts.
Sure, but again, we knew they were all going to go. But I realized, I guess, like this is what the show, what every arc is going to be about. We're going to lose somebody every 3 episodes.
Like I was telling husband, I could understand why they would want to try and kill off Bix if they did it this season, because that gives Andor the drive to be that kamikaze.
Well, and this is the final season, just in case you didn't know. This is
I did know. I think, I was going to say this when I came on. I think the way they did this year or this season, fucking phenomenal. 3 episodes in one night. Please, thank you, fucking God. This is amazing.
I don't know if they'll do it again.
They won't do it. Also, not that great for people that need to record episodes on one fucking night.
It's fine. If they would just release it at midnight the night before, it'd be even better. But
Sure.
That's why Disney just needs to give us passes, dude. We need press passes.
At least we're not on the East Coast, guys, because it wouldn't start until 9 p.m.
That's true.
Oh, fuck that, yeah.
But yeah,
and it's not the weird daylight savings time where like we're only a couple hours ahead. And,
no, yeah, like Skeleton Crew started at 7 p.m. and
yeah, there you go. Yeah,
now it's 6. So, but yeah, the blaster goes off. Cinta is dead, which is quicker than I thought. I mean, I knew when they started having their moment and they kissed. I was like, one of these two is dying. It's probably Cinta.
They had to kill her because they kissed.
Well, they don't want
Kill the gay people.
They don't want to risk more than one homosexual smooch. on
You
a
get
Star
one
Wars
fuck.
season, so
13 shits in a PG-13 movie.
yeah, it's
One
TV-14. You get one fuck, one shit, and one lesbian.
You can get 13 shits if you lose the lesbian.
Oh, I just thought it was like lesbians were like Highlanders. That can be only one.
Obviously, it is.
Oh man, so Belle's just stronger now because she had the quickening.
Well, kind of. I mean, they the heist goes off. Other than Cinta dying, everything else goes off really smoothly. They're getting away, and the dude is sitting on the transport, just
Crying
bawling
like
his
a
eyes
little
out,
bitch.
and Fell is like, "Go fuck yourself."
Dude, she
Yes.
eviscerates
Like-
him, man.
Yeah,
Dude,
she does. I
brutal.
loved it.
Did you write some of it down, Classy?
I wrote down a line here. Said, "This is like skin."
That's a line
killing
You
that I
her
was,
will wear
accidentally.
this like skin.
Oh, that's
that's the
fucking
line I was
phenomenal.
hoping you would talk about.
Yeah, and
yeah,
she was saying like, she was a warrior, she's everything you want to be. But here's the worst part that I realized that she didn't really say. It was unspoken that she's a warrior, and this is how she died. Are you fucking kidding
She
me?
did say
Yeah,
that.
She kind of said that because she was like, and it's
Is it
because
kind
of
of?
you.
Yeah.
Yeah. But they, just like she avoided so many deathly things, and it's
Right.
you that fucking got her. You.
And then for the whole, like, not only was she the love of my life, she was like, instead of saying that, she's like, you will never know how she will be mourned.
She will be
Like, you will
mourned
never
in a way
understand
that
it.
you will never understand.
Yeah.
Whew.
Because no one could ever love you.
Yeah.
That's the
Not anymore.
application.
yeah. You'll always be the guy that killed Cinta. Stupid.
Idiot.
I'm gonna
So
sodomize you.
that pretty much wraps up the heist, which is awful.
Escalation.
Sorry, one thing. The badass tracking shot of that armory thing that goes through the tunnel.
Yeah.
The camera follows it through and follows it, getting put into the truck and to the bed of the truck.
Yeah.
Fantastic directing. Loved it.
Yeah, it was cool. I was halfway expecting, because you knew something was going to go wrong, I was halfway expecting the trunks to get to the bottom, and they weren't there yet, because that was their concern. Like, you guys will be here, right? And
Yeah,
then,
yeah.
the things fall down, and it's like, oh, no one's here. Cool.
Bummer. Yeah, actually, besides Senta dying, it's pretty
decent.
flawless.
Yeah.
Big flaw though.
Yeah,
Huge
big flaw.
The one flaw you don't want.
And I wonder how Luthen's going to react to it, if at all.
I mean, he lost an asset. That's all he'll
That's a
care.
big,
Yeah.
big asset.
Yeah.
Well, that's what it is. He'll be more upset that he lost, a fighter.
He's
She
gonna be
was
like,
a great asset.
all
the way in her.
Bunch of idiots.
No,
dude.
you're good. You got it.
he'll just tell Vel, well, this is why we need to get rid of the Empire.
Sure, absolutely, yeah.
Or
He'll say,
Andor's,
use this
They
as
did
fire.
yeah.
Andor's going to give him a I told you so.
Yeah.
But he's not, because like that would have happened the next day, and the next 3 episodes are a year later. So all
True.
of this,
We're
would
not
just
gonna
be
get
like,
that.
Yeah, no,
Nope.
You're right. You're right.
And you know what? He's probably not even going to tell him.
true.
Oh, Luthen's not going to tell Cassian?
No.
Yeah.
Why would he?
He doesn't have to. Yeah, no. I'm of two minds of this. I mean, like, I can see where if there were more than one season, all the cool shit in between they can have, but it's also kind of compelling how all that shit gets swept under the rug because there's more important shit happening closer and closer to Rogue One.
Another reason why I'm really digging this season.
Yeah,
It's a great structure. It's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
So then we're back at Davros Golden's party, and I love Luthen's
Davo, Derrick, Davo, Davo. You say it wrong
Davo?
every time. Davo Skolden, yeah.
Davo.
Yes, whatever. But like that.
fucking Aussie fucking Davo over there having a fucking party with some zingers.
Okay,
It's a
Mr.
fucking ranger
Skolden.
at Davos.
We're at Mr. Skolden's party.
Mr. Skolden was his father. He's full custer.
Call me Davo. Oh, my favorite actor is Hugh Jackman.
Luthen is schmoozing with these dudes. I just wanted to mention it because it's just his calmness, even though we just saw that he's like unraveling. Right? He's got like this shit he has with him, whatever, the jewelry he's wearing, and everybody's like,
It's
it's from the
first-
Lost Empire or something.
Yeah. First
and
Empire,
like they're like,
Lost
you're
Empire.
just wearing it out, and he's like, well, I was hoping someone would buy it.
One
know,
of you
he's
G's would want to buy
Just
it.
playing his part, even though he is crumbling on the inside.
He
Yeah.
needs to. This keeps you together. Pretend forever.
Kleya?
Kleya.
Dyslexia.
Man, you're usually the name person, which is it's like Star Wars names are your weakness. That's it.
It is.
Everything else
Because
we
they're
watch,
not real
dude.
names.
Well, his name's not Warren.
His name's not Warren.
I thought his name was Warren.
She's the badass in this episode, 1,000%.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
And finally, she gets something to do. I feel like a lot of the people that were kind of just around in the season one, like Woman and Kleya, they
Yeah.
get their moments in season two.
Yeah.
And there's going to be
Yeah.
more of that. I love it.
Yeah,
Good point.
there's basically this tour of his collection, but while the tour is going on, which surprise has director Krennic at it.
Right?
So
It's like
Luthen
a-
and Krennic are in the same group together, not even the same room.
They're like
They-
next to each other.
They know each
Think of-
other's names.
Yeah.
Ben Mendelsohn jump scare. It's just like, oh, first there was Devo Scudded, now there's Ben Mendelsohn. Oh, so many Australians in this fucking show. I'm like,
Fucking Benny and Davo. They're fucking pony together.
Like while the tour is going on is when Kleya takes Lonnie from the party to the same room all these high ups are in, and she's trying to take this listening device out of the statue. It's just like it's so fucking intense. Like you're
Yes.
just like, oh my god, she's pulling on this thing and it's stuck and her hands are bleeding.
I was holding my breath.
I have one complaint is they went back to the shot too many times of her just trying to like it just the hand shot of her trying to undo it. It was too many times of going to that well.
Well, they were trying to give the hand people something.
Who are the hand people? Who
I
the
don't know.
fuck are the hand people?
they're out
If,
there.
look, if Quentin
They're out there.
Tarantino had directed this episode, she'd be taking it out with her foot, and you wouldn't be saying anything about it.
That's a
I'm hand
valid
people.
point. That's a valid point.
I like hands.
You
Don't
can like
underestimate-
hands.
Oh,
Don't underestimate how many perverts are out there. Come on. Different
No,
different
like-
perverts.
you know,
All right,
Hold on,
that's fair.
hold on,
looking
hold on.
at a female's hand is like looking at a dick pic. Okay.
Hold on, like there are lots of videos with foot jobs, which is the thing, and also hand jobs are like the more normal thing. Why can't somebody look at it and be like, "Oh yeah, I can fucking"?
Are
that
you
thing's gonna
blown
squeeze
away
me."
by this?
No, what
Yeah,
did
like-
podcast become? This is supposed to be a Star Wars podcast, and we just fucking
Oh,
compared handies and footies.
No,
Oh, excuse me,
this
Jack. Of all
episode.
fucking people, of all fucking people,
This
episode-
podcast,
Jack.
this podcast just got 8% sexier.
Look, this episode has lesbian stuff, which means we can do anything we want now. It's Disney, dude.
Exactly. They gave us permission to do this shit.
I've
All right.
written permission from George Lucas in the form of those two kissing.
I concede. I need some sort of fucking podcast safe word because you guys fucking beat me into submission.
Bantha.
Mythosaur.
I'm gonna say that a
Aye,
bunch.
aye, aye.
Talk about mythosaurs all the time, dude.
R4D5.
There we go.
Is he the one that's a Jedi? I can't remember.
He was force sensitive.
But I really like this thing. Like Luthen walks in and Krennic is there, and you think like maybe they're gonna butt heads, but it's Mon and Krennic
Yeah.
who are just going at each other. I mean, this is like this
couldn't
is
be
like
more
your
perfect,
uncle
though.
who this is like your uncle who really loves Trump and your aunt who really loves your not his wife aunt who really loves Kamala, and they got together at Thanksgiving.
Oof.
And you're just trying to talk about cranberry sauce, and these two are just like, well, do you remember the massacre? Well, I think it was more of an incursion, but
It's gonna be fucking. It's gonna be what we're going on with Palestine right now, man.
Yeah.
She keeps fucking with him. Oh, she's like, nice to see you out of the witness stand, you fucking bitch. Like, she's, I love it. She doesn't lose any opportunity. Anything he says, to be like, oh, I want some fucking punch. He's like, oh, well, didn't you punch all those fucking native people in the face with your blasters and blah, blah, blah? Like, anything he says, she goes for it. I
Score one
love
for
it so
Mon.
much.
I'm looking for one of those Kashyyyk slammers. Whoa, we can't call a drink that anymore, dude. That is not a term you can use.
I mean, he has a big comeback toward the end, and it sums up everything between them because she's like, well, you have to think about this and that. And he's like, oh, so it's like a my rebel is your terrorist kind of thing. And it just gives her a look, and it's like, I think at that moment, she's like, I need to kind of shut the fuck up because I actually am helping the rebels / terrorists.
Yeah.
But it 100% served its purpose because you had Krennic focused on her instead of either Luthen or Kleya and Lonnie. You know, doing their thing. So it worked out 100% perfect, and she didn't even mean to. She's just that person.
Yeah, because Mon didn't know, right? She didn't know this was going
she had
down.
no idea.
No.
It just happened to work out coincidentally.
It's just who she is. She's a fucking rebel at heart.
I think it ties to that speech earlier, the big like Empire Pledge of Allegiance they were doing, because she stormed out. She's pissed, and now she gets like one of the Empire's biggest people right there face to face. So she's like, you know what? I'm going to take this all out on you. How about that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
absolutely.
So, and you know what? He deserves it.
I think so.
Fucking that evil Ben Mendelsohn.
Fucking Benno.
I didn't expect Benno to be in this season, but it makes perfect sense that he was. When I saw the trailer and he showed up, I was just like, holy shit, they brought back Krennic. But of course they would, because he's part of this fucking the storyline. So that was me being dumb, thinking he wasn't going to show up.
But no, Luthen and Kleya end up getting away clean with the assistance of Lonnie, because even though he's freaking out during this whole thing, when push comes to shove, and then he's like, Krennic is like, why are you so interested in this piece to Kleya? Lonnie's the one who pipes up, and he's like, oh, it's a race who thought sight was a disability, and and he's got all the information she gave him. So,
because she told him, she's like, hey, move to your left and pay attention because you might be quizzed.
Sorry, she was like, move to your left. I was like, what are you doing? Move to your left. What are we going on? Do you know it? Move to your left. Bro, shut the fuck up and move to your left. Do you not know? He's like, we're going to die. Yeah, if you don't move to the left, you fucking moron. I was so mad. I was so angry during that fucking sequence.
Listen to Space Betty Page.
Can I say
you know
it
what
again?
makes you less die?
Follow
moving to the left.
orders.
There you go. Exactly. Oh, I was furious.
Yeah.
I do like when they're walking out, and even though all this stress and everything, like, this went smoothly, so it's Luthen and Kleya talking to each other, and he's like, you know, we probably should have killed Krennic while we were up there, and they're just having a good laugh about it.
They're back. They're back with the fucking. This party and this sort of espionage was just the shot in the arm their relationship needed.
Yes, it really was.
Krennic said that. Oh, sorry. Luthen said, "My face hurts from smiling." Didn't he say that in season 1?
I think so.
Like
I remember him
If
saying
not,
it
was
a couple
something very
times.
similar. He talked about
Something
how
like that,
it was it was hard being fake.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I mean, I get it.
a lot of fun.
I've been to people's parties that I didn't want to be to.
Shut up. Don't look at me in that tone of voice.
See,
sir.
this is why I don't invite him to my parties, because I know he doesn't want to fucking be there.
My face hurt from farting so much. What was that?
That's why Derrick only comes to my parties, by which I mean we drink at a bar together with nobody else there.
That is his favorite kind of party. Holy shit, you get him.
The only parties I throw, bro, it'd be like, meet me at this bar. Let's get fucked up.
So all Derrick's ever wanted was a personal bartender and a friend to watch Cynthia Rothrock movies with.
Is there at least one space between us and the next people? Then this is a party.
So now we're coming up to my favorite part of this episode.
Yeah, we have the final scene, and this is so. I while Whitney and I were watching it, I was talking about Willman and Bix and who we thought was going to die because we discussed that last episode. And I was like, it kind of makes sense. Like I said last time that Bix would be last to make it a more dramatic moment. But at the way this started with her just like strung out and being all like, not like melancholy or whatever, I was like, okay, actually it makes more sense to get rid of her now because Willman is with Saw Gerrera. So that's
here's what happens.
But it's not either of those things.
Here's what's happening with her is you take drugs to sleep, right? Mm-hmm. And then you get a tolerance to drugs, and then you end up just not sleeping and enjoying the high, and then you get a bigger tolerance, and then you're just high all the time, not sleeping.
You speak from experience, sir.
I've read some books.
And then you have to take your mom's TV, but it's chained to the wall, and you're like, or it's chained to the radiator, and you don't want to rip it out of the wall.
Right, and you get your arm cut off for some reason.
And then
cut off for some reasons I don't remember because it's been a while since I watched.
Well, yeah, and then Tuco's dad doesn't want to buy your TV from you, but he does.
Tuco's dad. What is happening?
So
Somebody followed that, okay?
So there's the scene when Bix is fucked up. She's looking at the Luthen signal, the cast signal, and he says, "Whatever it is, I'm coming with you. Whatever mission is, I'm coming with you." And Andor's like, "Absolutely, you'll come." And I'm like, "Bro, she is." This is what I was thinking. I was like, "She is fucked up. She's gonna ruin this mission. She cannot go on this mission because she is fucked up out of her mind."
I was like, "Can't you tell how high she is right now?"
Right? Exactly. Well, I mean, she's super hot, so I don't think he cares.
Well, he is looking at her like something's up because, but yeah, the mission presumably is what they do, unless this is just to make Bix feel better.
Yeah,
but
maybe Luthen did it on purpose.
That was the thing she needed.
Yeah. Okay,
it is meant to make her feel better.
They are setting up the Dr. Gorst Institute of baby screaming torture. So, like, this makes sense. But we cut to Dr. Gorst going into his office.
Gorst University.
Gorst University, where the screaming worms. Woo!
Those screaming worms. Yeah. We haven't won a game in 20 years.
Honk if you're a screaming worm.
Yeah, it turns out this college has no athletes, just torturers. Weird how that works out. A bunch of Jeffrey Dahmers can't play football.
We only have a hockey team. They're pretty good at the fighting, but not so great at the puck work.
Yeah,
really? They still have varsity jackets for torture.
So I just love how. Sorry.
You're done. I'm done. Sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, I'm done. All right.
You're done.
I just love how fast it was, though. There was no little. Let me tell you my plan. It was she shuts the door and she's in the corner of the room and she's like, "Guess what, bitch? Gag, strap. This may hurt a little. Mask on. Out the fucking door."
Amazing.
I was worried.
Dude.
I was worried it was going to be
like
a dream, like a drug-induced dream.
Right?
Me too.
Same.
Too.
I was like, because I want her to heal, and I think Luthen did it on purpose. This is what you need, and it fucking worked out perfect. And of course, Andor didn't go in there and hold her hand. She did everything she needed to do. He just did the cool fucking bomb walk away thing.
Yeah.
And we talked in the trailers. We were talking in the trailers. We didn't recognize it was Bix, and it's because she's got the hood up and she's all druggied up a little bit, like she's still smoking, but.
Yeah, we did get a comment when we talked about that on the trailer episode that I didn't bring up, and I want to say it may have again been Christina B38, our favorite droid friend.
Yeah,
but that she said like that was Bix when they were walking away, but we didn't catch it because it was a quick shot, and we were looking. I don't know about you, but I was looking more at everything in the background, like, all right, what else is here?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So my eyes always go to the big bad of booms.
The no fucks given when she shot that other guard. Like, you're not supposed to be here. She's like, psh, fuck you.
That actually, I was like, okay, so she went in here and she killed him, and this is what they're going for, which they did a great job of. It's like Bix came in here, killed this dude, shot this guard on her way out, and you're just like, oh, she's just blowing everything up. She doesn't give a fuck.
She's burning this bitch down.
She's now where Andor was. We're like, earlier she's like, why'd you kill that guy? Now she's like, I get it. He saw my face.
But now but it turns out it's Andor's there too, and that's the big like kind of twist there. Is like, did she just go fucking full like
metal
revenge
jacket
mode? Like, yeah, is this an 80s revenge movie all of a sudden? Like,
no, I think it's amazing because I thought, well, she was so fucked up, and this has been, my bias as a dude probably. It's like, oh, this lady's fucked up. She's like not good for the rebellion. She's gonna have to. I said on record, like maybe Andor will tell her, go to an outer rim planet, do your own thing, stay away from me, blah.
Go to rehab.
Like, no, fuck you. I'm a badass too. Yeah,
I'm
gonna go blow up shit with you. I'm on board with what you got. Fuck all of y'all.
Yep.
And it was amazing.
She's going full John Bix mode.
Dig it.
They killed my Brazo.
Oh
man,
man,
killed 399 of them.
I watched that movie. Fucking Revenge for Brazo. I've watched that movie.
I think it's going to be just basically it's putting some agency back on her character because she's been a victim for so long, even though she started out as a stronger character.
Yeah.
So they're giving her moment to shine before she inevitably passes away.
But also, if she dies in a blaze of glory, that'll still be awesome.
Well, exactly. I think that's going to be
from old age. You don't know.
Could be.
It could be.
But I've never heard of a Bix. until we
But
watched
here's the
Andor.
thing.
Good.
You know, I keep this show keeps reminding me of other shows that are also amazing. Sometimes I watch TV shows and movies, and I'm like, this reminds me of a much better thing I'd rather be watching. Not this. Now I'm thinking of Better Call Saul with Kim Wexler, and everybody's like, does Kim die? What happened to Kim in Breaking Bad? She's not there. What all the speculation, like what's going to happen to Bix? Is she going to die between Rogue One? Is she going to have her own life adventures? All this shit, like it again connects to really, really good shit that I love watching.
Yeah.
It'll be a spinoff that takes place the day of Rogue One. It'll just be the adventures of Bix.
Bix 1.
Bix 1 is worthy.
Bix 1 and Andor story. That's what it's going to be.
A Star Wars : Andor story.
Right. It's like
number 2.
A sub spinoff. We're going to keep going until it's just like 2 tubes 1. Sorry, 4 tubes 1, a 2 tube story.
Oh, by the way, Moroff is a big white fuzzy creature who's also known as a Gigaran.
A Gigaran.
Gigoran. Yeah, Moroff is the character.
Is that the Yeti Wookiee?
Yep.
Yeah. Thing that apparently people keep asking Jack about. So
Well,
I
people
wasn't going to
being
be able
me.
to sleep.
And me. I asked.
Because I asked him about it in the first episode of this run of Andor, and he's like, "Yeah, we talked about that before." And I was like, "Did we?" All right. Well, I'm just making sure. I see a big Yeti Chewbacca.
Yeah.
I believe Rogue One is the
With
first
the weird
appearance
face.
of one.
He's got like
He's
a.
wearing a breather mask.
Is that what it is? Well, it looked like a Doberman snout.
Breather mask,
Doberman
Doberman snout. But yes, that is it for this episode of Andor, and that's it for this week. Unfortunately,
Let's thank Classy Alcoholic for being here. Let's
Thank
give
you,
him a golf
Classy.
clap.
Thank you
Yeah.
so much. Golf clap. Golf clap. Yeah. Thank you. I don't know if I'm going to be able to how much I'm going to be able to record with you guys next week, because next week, every other Tuesday, I record my own podcast. Oh,
Oh.
look, it's the
Damn,
Mixed Company podcast.
Damn. That
Did you
was
guys
well
practice
done,
that?
Derrick. Dude, wow.
no, I heard him.
we
I
got-
heard him going into it, man.
You guys gave him the old
Fantastic.
1-2, dude. That wasn't even like a rope-a-dope.
Speaking of rope-a-dopes, you can listen to my show talking about pro boxing, the Mixed Company podcast. Follow me, the Classy Alcoholic, on Instagram and Blue Sky. And, love being on the show. Love you guys. I always give a shout out to Han Took Shots First on my show when I'm talking to people
Love
about
it.
how I can talk about boxing and nerd shit. I'm a sports guy and a nerd guy. So I always
Yeah.
mention, here's my
man.
proof. Here's how I can prove that I have my foot in all these worlds.
Well, I'm gonna have to follow you now.
Imagine
absolutely
if we had more coverage of the robot boxing thing they did in the Solo.
We could
That's
do a
like-
whole fucking
that's-
episode on that.
That's
Let's do
just
it.
all Classy's worlds colliding.
I mean, you could talk about Clint Howard for a while. That was the robot boxing, right?
Yep.
So, yeah, that's it for this week. So we'll be back next Wednesday to talk about the next episode of Andor, ? Title.
I'm
Question mark
excited
everything.
for it.
I'm very excited for it. I can't wait.
So stoked.
We've only got whatever 6 times 24 plus 8 is.
Whoa.
So I have not missed an episode as of yet.
Nice.
Nice.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you guys for tuning in. I've been Derrick.
I've been Jack.
I'm Whitney.
And I'm the Classy Alcoholic.
Cheers and
Move to your left.
go off gas.
Salud, move to the left.
Move to your left.
Move to your left.
Thank you.